Hello everyone, this is Rahul from BA Training Hub. In this video, we'll see how to create groups in Tableau. Let's open Tableau Desktop. I'm using Tableau Desktop 2020.1 version. Let's connect to Excel file. Go to this connect section and let's connect to sample superstore Excel file from my documents, my Tableau repository and data sources folder. Once you connect to this Excel file, we'll have three tabs: Orders, People and Returns tab. Let's drag Orders tab and go to first worksheet. Now in this video, we'll see what all different group options we have in Tableau and when to create these groups. For first example, I'll drag ship mode and sales. Let's create a bar chart with ship mode and sales. Let's sort the graph in descending order and label it. So here we have four ship modes: standard class, second class, first class and same day. Now let's say we want to convert this same day into fast track, and we want to convert this first class also into fast track. So we want to convert this same day and first class into fast track. So if I want to change this same day, one option is we can go to data and we can change that same day value to fast track, and then once we refresh this workbook, we'll get that fast track value here. But instead of changing the small things in data side, we can handle them in Tableau directly. Now if you want to change this same day to fast track, we can right click on the same day and there is option of edit aliases. Let's click on it and we'll change this to fast track. So now same day changed to fast track, but I want to convert this first class also into fast track. So let's right click on it, go to edit alias and we'll change it to fast track. But it won't allow us to give same alias to two different rows. We have already given alias to this same day. Now we can't have it to first class. So let's go back. We'll keep this same day and first class value as is. But what if we want to combine the same day and first class together to create one row on top of it? That means we want to create a group on top of same day and first class. So if you want to create a group on first class and same day, we can select these two values, hover on them, and here you'll see a pin icon which is for group members. Click on this group members. It will combine this first class and same day, and now we'll have one bar for this first class and same day. Right click on this value, change its alias to, let's say, fast track. Let's sort the graph in descending order. Now we can see only one row which is fast track for same day and first class. But when we change this fast track, did we change in our ship mode column? No, we didn't. If you say this row, we have a ship mode group added here. So if you go to dimensions, in dimensions we'll see one ship mode group created, and if you look at its icon, it shows the pin icon which shows it has created a group on top of ship mode column. So if you want to understand what is there in fast track, you can drag original ship mode column, place it in row. You can see in fast track we have first class and same day. So that's how we are creating a group on top of ship mode column. Let's name this worksheet as group 1. Then we'll go to next worksheet. In this next worksheet, we'll create another bar chart with category, subcategory and sales. So I'll drag category in row, subcategory in row and sales in column. Click on the sort button. It will sort the graph in descending order. Let's label it. Now if you look at this bar chart, we have few subcategories contributing 330k sales, 328k sales, and there are few subcategories in office supplies which are contributing 16,000, 12,000 and 3,000. So these numbers are not comparable with other subcategory sales values. Now we want to combine all the subcategories from this office supplies which are having sales less than 25,000, and we'll create a group on top of it. We'll call that group as other office supplies. So let's select this envelopes, labels and fasteners, hover, and you'll see a pin icon here. Click on this pin and it will create a group. Let's name this group as other office supplies. Let's sort the graph again. Now you'll see this other office supplies here. So this is another example of group where we are combining three subcategories to create one other office supplies group. Let's name this worksheet as group 2. if you go to dimensions, you'll see subcategory group created in dimension. So if you want to understand what all values we have in other office supplies, you can drag subcategory, place it in row next to subcategory group, and in other office supplies you'll see envelopes, fasteners and labels. Let's move to the next example of group. In this next example, we'll create a group of all the customer names starting with A. So we'll drag customer name in row, select first customer name whose name starts with A, scroll down, then select last customer name whose name starts with, and click on that pin icon. No, instead of that, we have another way to create a group. To create this group, we can right click on customer name column. We can go to create, and there is option of group. Let's click on this group and we'll get this window where we have list of all the customer names placed here. Now we can use find function to find customer names with specific pattern. So let's go to this find function. With this find function, we have three functions. Content starts with exact match. So we'll go with starts with, and we'll say starts with A. So this starts with function is not case sensitive. You can write capital A or small a, click on find all, and it will highlight all the customer names which are starting with A. Now we have this group button, click on this group button. So it has created a group of all the customer names starting with A. Click on OK, and we'll have one group created in dimensions. Drag this group in row. In first row, we'll get list of all the customer names starting with A. And we have other customer names displayed here. So is this group correct? Is it showing right group? Yes, it is showing right group because we have combined all the customer names starting with A together in first row. Now if you want to understand how many customers are there in each row, we can find number of customers here. But do we have any measure which shows number of customers? No, we have number of records, but then that will show how many transactions are done by each customer. So if there is one customer having 10 transactions, it will show 10 against that customer name. So can we use count of distinct customer name? So as we want to use count of distinct customer name, we want to use customer name as measure. So what we can do is we can drag it from dimension to measure. Whenever you drag a string column from dimension to measure, by default it will have aggregation count distinct. Drag it in columns and it will show count of distinct customer name. Let's click on label, and there are 64 customer names starting with A. Now let's modify the same group. Now we want to add 4 more groups. Customer name starting with B, with C, with D, and whatever is remaining, we'll put that in other. Let's right click on this customer name group, go to edit group. So here we want to use starts with function again, starts with B, click on find all and click on group. Then starts with C, find all and click on group. Then starts with D, find all and click on group. So if I click on apply, now we will have 4 rows, customer name starting with A, with B, with C and with D. Now whatever is remaining, we want to bring that in other. So there is one checkbox here which says include other. Select it, click on OK. Now remaining customer names will go in other. So here we have 64 customer names starting with A, 56 with B, 67 with C and 58 with D. The remaining 548 customers are placed in other. But remember this point, the group which we have created, they are static ones. Let's say if you modify your data tomorrow, if your underlying data is changing, and if you add 10 more customer names starting with A, with B, with C, with D, it won't automatically show 74, 66, 77 and 68. Because the group which we have created, that is static, we have created this group on existing data, on the current data. If you modify anything in the data, the rule will not get applied on the new data. If you right click on this group and if you go to edit group, you won't find the rule which you have written stored here anywhere. So next time if you modify your data, your customer name starting with A, the new customer names which you have added will not be added in this group. They'll directly go in other, because other is a checkbox which is saying whatever is remaining from this first 4 groups, put that in other. So all the customer names which are new in the list, they'll be placed in other, and you won't even realize there is any mistake in the data until someone is telling you my name is not coming in first group and going in other group. So make sure you're creating these static groups whenever your data is not changing. To create dynamic groups, we can use calculated fields, but these groups are mainly static. You can either click on the spin icon to create a group, or you can right click on the dimension to create a group. Both the options will give you static groups. They will not change based on your updated data. Thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for more videos.